The Portuguese cosmic egg. Here we have a 6-foot stone egg made of limestone and carved an incredible 7,000 years ago. This egg has a double helix featured on it, and because of this, some have suggested it relates to the symbol of human DNA. Wait till you hear this. This motif is a worldwide motif. It's a perception. The great pillar possibly turned to an egg shape. The branching of the great tree follows, and emerging is the Son of God in a manifestation of perception that must have lasted millennia. Found today in the Lagos Archaeological Museum in Portugal, this oval-shaped rock, carved from limestone, is about 6 feet in length. It is partly damaged, with what looks like marks from a heavy industrial machine, possibly acquired on its removal from its original site. Most captivating, however, is the prominent motifs that can be seen on all 3 sides, visible in its current position, laid down on the floor in the corner of a museum. This egg clearly required a huge amount of work to create it. It must have been an impressive sight, stood tall, shining bright in the Algarve sunlight, many summers ago. The egg is described by the museum curators as a menhir, a standing stone, and it dates to the Neolithic period. It was located in a field some 35 kilometres away from just outside the ancient town of Silves, in an area named Valle de Lama, Valley of Mud. It was discovered by a farmer whilst he was digging his land, and it was buried some 10 feet underground. The staff of Hermes, the degraded symbol still used in ambulances around the world. The winged disc manifesting plasma towards our planet is the symbol for medicine around the world. The people remembered this as a time of healing. Things were plentiful. They didn't know there was a cataclysm unfolding, though they must have interpreted the waters would come down one day in the form of a great flood, which it did, of course. This cosmic egg, around the world, it means the same thing. In many cultures around the world, typically, there is an egg which upon hatching either gives rise to the universe itself, or gives rise to the primordial being who in turn creates the universe. Typically, the upper half of the egg, or the outer shell, becomes heaven, the firmament, and the lower half, or the inner yolk, becomes the earth. In Chinese mythology, various versions of the cosmic egg myth are related to the creator, Pangu. According to the myth, heaven and earth are said to have originally existed in a formless state. The egg opens and unfolds after 18,000 years. The light part rose to become heaven, and the heavy part sank to become the earth. A version of this myth, deriving from the Zhejiang province, holds that Pangu was experiencing discomfort in being contained in a dark and stuffy egg. He shatters the egg into pieces, after which heaven and earth form by the same process, with the addition that parts of the shell then form the sun, the moon and the stars. In Dogon mythology from Burkina Faso, the creator god Amma takes on the form of an egg. The egg is divided into 4 separate sections, representing the 4 elements: air, fire, water and earth. This also establishes the 4 cardinal directions. Failing to create the earth in her first attempt, Amma plants a seed in herself that forms 2 placentas, each containing a pair of twins. One twin, Ogo, breaks out and unsuccessfully tries to create a universe. Amma, however, is able to create the earth now from part of Ogo's placenta. Ogo's twin, Nomo, is killed by Amma, and parts of the body are scattered across the world to give it order. The parts were then reconstituted to revive Nomo. Nomo then creates 4 spirits that become the ancestors of the Dogon people. These spirits are sent with Nomo into an ark to populate the whole world. In Hindu mythology, in a Vedic text, the earliest phase of the cosmos involves a primordial ocean, out of which an egg arose. Once this egg split, it began the process of forming heaven out of the upper part and earth out of the lower part, over the course of 100 divine years. In Finnish mythology, they state that the world was created from the fragments of an egg. The same is true in Zoroastrianism, Greek and Roman mythologies, and even in the Egyptian mythology. In the Egyptian mythologies, the cosmic egg myth can be found from Hermopolitus. But what do you guys think about the Portuguese cosmic egg? Here we have a 6-foot stone egg made of limestone and carved some 7,000 years ago. This egg has the so-called double helix featured on it, and because of this, some have suggested it relates to the symbol for DNA. What's going on here? Comments below, and thank you for watching.